deciding game of the Western Conference first round. The Minnesota Timberwolves have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Indiana Pacers. Will there be an upset in round 1? It's all coming up next.
The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Rogers is out there with Fleming. Then there's Reed, and it's Moreland in at the 2-guard position. And for Minnesota, Matthews out there with Hughes. Then it's Ellis, and it's Booth in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here we go. And the Pacers start off with the ball. There's Moreland. Takes the 3. Quinn grabs the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Hughes. 5 on the clock. Pass to Quinn. The kick out to Matthews. Sinks the 3-pointer. Matthews has got the first points up on the board here for Minnesota.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
A shot by Fleming, no good.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All the officials are all over that one.
Minnesota shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pass to Reed. Here's Moreland. Down low. Here's Fleming. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Matthews gets it to go.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
Pass to Rogers. There's Moreland. He's covered by Matthews. Fades away. Rogers can't make the basket.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hughes against Rogers. Shot from 16, and he gets the bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here is Rogers. Can't connect from short range.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Over in the corner, Matthews. There's Moreland. Hughes covering. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Booth's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Matthews scanning the floor. Lots of room. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
There's Moreland. Still without a basket. And it's good. 2 points.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Pass to Booth. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 3 from Matthews. Sinks the triple. Matthews has got 10.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
So it's Minnesota now. The Pacers making the shot. Hughes with it. It's Matthews on the wing. For the 3. Pacers with the rebound. They won in their last outing, Saturday's game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense. And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
The 19-foot shot, and again it's Minnesota converted.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Moreland. He's covered by Matthews. Moreland kicks to Reed. To the paint. Here's Rogers, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. On the wing, Hughes. Guarded by Reed. Quinn passes to Hughes. A 3. You can't get that one.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Rogers is screen on Matthews. Here's Moreland. He's covered by Matthews. Rogers passes to Moreland. Over Matthews. Misses off the right eye. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Booth. Still scoreless. There's the screen. Count that bucket.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Here's Reed. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
5 to shoot. Releases. The shot by Moreland, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
You have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
And so the timeout called here by Bill Cartwright. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Minnesota making a switch. Burks is checked in. Rogers checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 9. Pass to Rogers. And the layup falls.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Ellis outside. Here's Quinn. Pass to Booth. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Enquist. He's guarded by Ellis. Rogers is screen on Ellis. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by Hughes.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass Pass to Rogers. There's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Booth's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Moreland. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the way in. Moreland's got his second basket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
They set the pick. Correa, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Vaughn comes in for Burke. Ellis outside. Pass to Hughes. Shot clock at 6. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Coleman's checked in for Indiana.
Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Minnesota Timberwolves have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won. 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Heat. The finale of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Tonight, the stakes are at their highest. A trip to the NBA Finals on the line. Get ready to sit back and enjoy Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Heat in Miami. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. And it's Vaughn in at the 2-guard position. And for the Heat, and it's Hunter in at the center position. You take a look at the Heat, they've been extended to the brink, but the finals remain just 1 win away. As a player, how hard is it to keep your focus in an atmosphere like this?
Well, B.A., you feel the energy from your fans for sure. But you've worked so hard all season to get to this point. Almost nothing can distract you from your goal.
Here's Vaughn. Five to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Here's Ellis. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Hughes. Pass to Vaughn. Here's Booth. 6 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Towns passes to McCoy. Back to Towns. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Pass to Hughes. Here's Booth. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. He drops it from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's McCoy. Towns for three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Hughes. Out to the right wing. To the left side wing. Here's Quinn. Chalk up 2 there. Quinn's got his second basket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Hughes. Pass to Vaughn. Here's Hughes. Count that one.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Now here's Towns. He's closely guarded. Here's Hall. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Here's McCoy. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Here's Vaughn. Here's Booth. Drains the triple.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's McCoy. Pass to Towns. Here's E. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. Here's Quinn. Here's Booth. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Heat trail by 11. Over to the wing. Here's Hall. He's scoreless. They set the pick. Clock at 4. Towns. That one goes. Count it.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Here's Vaughn. Pass to Booth. Here's Hughes. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Quinn, covered by Towns. 3-pointer. On target from range.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Miami decides to take their first time out here. And Towns has got the ball here for Miami.
deciding game of the Western Conference first round. The Timberwolves have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Atlanta Hawks. It's Game 7, Round 1 of the NBA playoffs.
The Western Conference playoffs roll on. We're already down to the wire in the first round, an exciting Game 7. 2K Sports proud to bring you this one. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
Neither of these teams possessing the health you'd hope for in the postseason. At least they're both, though, in the same boat.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. They've got Caffey. Jones is out there with Hood. And it's Coleman in the point guard. And for Minnesota, Hughes is out there with Jamison. Then there's Burke. And it's Patterson in at the 5.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Minnesota. Here's Hughes. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Hood. Here's Caffey. Burke covering. And it's blocked. Jones against Hughes. To the wing on the left. Pass to Quinn. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Patterson, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. He can't do it much better than that.
Here's Coleman. Looking for Hood. He gets it there. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Now Hughes. Patterson, the screen. Hughes, the pass to Patterson. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Gray. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
And that's why coaches hate live ball turnovers. Quite often, they lead to great opportunities the other way.
Nice shot by Jamison.
And they only want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Caffey. Pass to Coleman. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Quinn. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Stolen away. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Here's Coleman. Good, a screen on Hughes. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Patterson. To the inside. Here's Jamison. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. The Hawks trailing. Here's Caffey. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the D really on its heels on that possession. Didn't know what to do.
Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Hughes. Here's Quinn. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. A 3-ball. And it's good from Burke. On the assist by Hughes.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Coleman. Scoreless thus far. They get it back. Jones, no luck.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Good, a screen on Hughes. Here's Coleman. Hughes covering. Jones, the pass to Coleman. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Gray's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Hughes. Over Coleman. Quinn kicks to Burke. Now Hughes. Patterson, the screen. Back to Jamison. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good, a screen on Hughes. Pulls up. Hits the jumper in space.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Pass to Patterson. Now Hughes. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. Here's Gray. Good. A screen on Jamison. Pulls up on the wing. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Here's Quinn. By Hood. Inside. Patterson. And the layup is good. Patterson's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Jones. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Hawks are retaining possession here. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Trying to find a way to get some easy buckets. You don't want to just think you can shoot your way out of this.
Hawks making a switch here. Six to shoot. From deep, three-point. Oh, he got it! How in the world did that go in?
What was he doing? I can't believe he knocks that down. Just call it temporary insanity and move on.
It's tipped. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Gray. Over to the wing. Here's Verney. He nails it. And we're tied up.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
Here's Hughes. Burke, the pass to Patterson. Just 5 on the clock. They grab their own miss. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Timberwolves have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won. 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Brooklyn Nets. Who will be the king of the East? The answer coming up next.
Tonight, the stakes are at their highest. A trip to the NBA Finals on the line. Get ready to sit back and enjoy Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. And it's Hughes in at the point. And for the Nets, and it's Lucas in at the power forward. Tip goes to the Nets. Now here's Irving, guarded closely. 4-3, buries it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Stevenson. Here's Hughes, gets an open look and hits it.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Pass to Irving. Down low. Stevenson's shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Here's Hughes. Soft touch off the glass. Hughes has gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Stevenson following the bucket by Brooklyn. Pass to Quinn. Here's Hughes. Over Irving. Hughes, no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
To the paint. Here's Lucas. Can't hit from in close.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
They get it back. Here's Hughes. Pass to Quinn. And here's the fast break. Here's Walsh. Blocked! Here's Quinn. Into the lane. Hughes got a piece of it. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Stevenson. Here's Hughes. Pass to Booth. They set the pick. Here's Morrison. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Out to the wing. Here's Lucas. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Quinn, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the most, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Pass to Higgins. Puts up a 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Minnesota calls time here. The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Hughes. He's guarded by Irving. Clock at 6. A shot from the mid-range. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Hughes has got 6.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And here's Stevenson. Outside Irving. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Quinn. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Irving against Stevenson. Outside Stevenson. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Well, you're giving up a bit of height there. You could expect to get burned from downtown when you do this.
Stevenson up top. Pass to Hughes. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Stevenson. He's got 7. From 9 feet. And no good, trying to use the glass.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
There's a screen. Pass to Quinn for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Here's Hughes. He's guarded by Irving. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Pass to Walsh. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
I guess that defense thought they could live with that, and he punished them for thinking so.
Stevenson with a screen on Irving. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Higgins. Launches a 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Higgins has got his 2nd bucket on the night.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooter.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Saunders, defended by Brown. Pass to Quinn, just 5 on the clock. Fades away. Basket's good. Quinn's got 10 points.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Outside, Brown. Back to Irving. Here's Morrison. And and can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Brown passes to Irving. Left side, Stevenson. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
He's making an impact at the line, 4 for 5 already.
And Minnesota calls time here.
exciting game of round one in the East. The Minnesota Timberwolves have endured 6 long games. 3 they have won, 3 they have lost. It is now the last stand. There is no looking back as they must lay it all on the line against the Heat. Will there be an upset in round one? It's all coming up next.
A hard-fought series. It will end here tonight. The deciding Game 7, Round 1 in the East. Happy to bring you all the action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. And for Miami, they've got Towns. He's out there with Paxson. And it's E in at the 3, the small forward. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Towns against Evans. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Paxson. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Evans from outside the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Their offense came out big in Saturday's game.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Hall, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Evans. Misses from short range.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
The shot's good from Paxson.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Woolridge. Pocket 6. Evans passes to Quinn. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good.
They're a little slow out of the gates. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to E. Back to Towns. Puts up a deep 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Evans inside. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
Pass to E. Now here's Towns. Tight defense on him. Here's Paxson. That one misses. Nice D from Woolridge. Now here's Evans. Defended by Towns. Nice shot by Evans.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Hall. Pass to E. Again, the miss by the Heat. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Evans. Back to Woolridge. Down low. Teardrop shot. Quinn kicks to Evans. And the rejection by Towns. Tavares passes to Towns. Pass to Tavares. Rebound, Minnesota. Evans left side. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And it's the Heat with the ball. The pass to Paxson. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Woolridge. Evans with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the Heat.
That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Towns against Evans. Paxson outside. Towns, the pass to Hall. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
For 3, Paxson drills it from outside. Paxson's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Woolridge up top. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now, here's Paxson. 6 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Quinn grabs the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Baruch. Oh, good with the triple. Miami's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Hall. Goes up at the stripe. That shot, no good. Paxson against Woolridge. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Tavares. He has yet to score. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And Woolridge kicks to Quinn. Outside, Woolridge hits it from three-point range. Woolridge has got 5.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Towns looking it over. Paxson outside. Shoots over Woolridge. No good there with the step-back J. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Evans outside. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
For 3, Paxson. Quinn grabs the rebound.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Evans. He has 6. Here's Woolridge. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Evans. Following the score by Miami. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Both teams will make substitutions.